Good morning, friends. Cheryl here with Ink Pulp. And we're back with another right before breakfast. I'm a little bit late getting here, and it's not because I overslept. I was up plenty early this morning. I was just watching my video from yesterday, and let's get this straight. There we go. Watching my video from yesterday and seeing how it was showing on the page. Today's project, for those of you who were around last fall, when it was in the summertime, I did a show at Sugar Mountain and I met this lady. Her name was Maria, and she's in her 80s. She's a little bit older, and she loved my fabric work and the paperwork. And she had told me that she, had collected stuff all her married life. She had collected all this stuff, and um, she was downsizing because her husband had recently. Hey, Kelly, her husband had recently passed away, and she just needed to get rid of stuff. And would I be interested in her, like, fabrics and laces and just stuff that she had collected, doilies? And I said, well, absolutely, and I'll pay you for it. And she said, no, 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 I just want it to go to somebody who will use it. I said, well, okay. And so she sent me this. Hey, Mimi. She sent me this box of stuff, and it was wonderful. And then I had a conversation with her, and we made her a bag and sent her one of my canvas bags using all the stuff, only stuff that came in her box. And she loved it. And then she wanted to commission me to make a guest book. Her husband's celebration of life is happening in April, and she wants a guest book for people to, sign in. But she wants me to make her a custom one. And I said, well, sure. And she wanted to pay me for it. And I said, well, heavens, no, you're not going to pay me for it. I said, just send me some things that, some ephemera from him. And so she did, and that's what we're going to go through today. And I need to get started on this book because it's due to her in April. So today we're going to go through the ephemera and kind of get some ideas and think about. I have some concerns with the guest book because if we make it too lumpy, then people won't be able. Oh, had a yawn. I'm sorry. People won't be able to sign it very well. So we'll talk about that. But let me show you what I did yesterday in my junk journal January. This prompt was peeking out. So I took this as like a little book cover, put some lace here, decorated it a little bit. And when you open the book cover, there's a little pocket in there. It says trike. And I thought that could be this little girl's trike. And what I did was I took a bunch of little ephemera pieces and I glued them all together so you could write on the back of that. And I stuck them in this pocket so that they peek out. So that was the peeking out prompt. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right. Let's take a look at. First of all, she sent a bag of stuff. So her husband had a career at IBM. He had a career at IBM, and then he was also a diehard Gators fan. I don't know that I'm going to be able to use this. That's awful big. I told her I would use what I could and then send back the rest with the book. So here are some things that she sent me. I don't know why she sent this director of catering card. But look at this little, oh, hey, Lori B. Look at this little picture. Won't this be cute in the journal? It says, Frank enjoying pots and pans, always happy. That was him as a little boy. Here's his 30-year IBM pin. And then there's two little pictures of him in high school. Oh, yeah, we gotta make this. So there's two little pictures. And then here's his 30-year IBM pin, which I may need to cut the back off of that and just use the pin. And then this is his lanyard, his alumni lanyard. Maybe we could use that as a closure. Wrap it around, and maybe that could be the closure. We'll see. And then here's the alumni. So maybe that could clip onto here. Oh, Kelly. So yeah, maybe that could come around and then glue onto here. Oh, okay, here's Frank Adams. Senior year picture, 1959. That's the year I was born. Here's another IBM something that we can use. It's kind of bulky, but we can use it. And then, oh, here's another IBM business partner. So he's got a lot of pins in here. And this is just some little gator fabric. Oh, this would make cute little pockets, wouldn't it? Or belly bands. Like this one could be a pocket, but that one could be a belly band. So anyway, this is flannel. So I've got some cute little flannel. This, one of many charts. Wife took blood pressure 2 times daily, mainly after surgeries. And he had over, I don't know if that's a 10 or an 8. It was either 10 or 18 surgeries. So I'm not quite sure how that's gonna fit, but we'll make it work. And then, oh, I can shrink that down. Look at the wooden rocking horse that he had. Isn't that something? Let me turn this over. Oh, this is one of his golf cards. I guess he golfed a lot. So we could put that in a belly band. Huh. A mat. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but all right. And then more pictures. We could just make a little photo montage of him. Here's one when he's older. Frank with Dave Kosloff, one of his dear friends from childhood in Wyoming, Pennsylvania, year 2010. Now, the problem with this is that there's something blue all over it. And I don't know what that's from or if it will come off, but we'll see. This is, I have a few more small ones scattered around the house. Okay. During a class reunion, oh, and then here's a little bio about him. when he was born, when he died, what his career was, his hobbies, children, married, children, grandchildren, regrets not traveling when younger and able. He was limited to stand and walking due to something osteoarthritis. Um, Jersey Boys was his favorite music. See, there's something blue in here, and I don't know what that is. Here's the Central Bank of the Bahamas. $1 must be from a trip that he took. He was very frugal and plotted his stock market accounts daily, unlike his wife, who enjoyed shopping. So I don't know where his plot is, but there's that. Here's another picture. I might fussy cut that out. I just don't know what this blue is. Frank and Cress. Oh, she went by Cress. This is their wedding anniversary pictures. So I could photocopy some of these to put in. So I don't know yet. That's a question that I have to answer, Lori. And I'm wondering if, I can use some of this stuff to determine the size. Not huge. She needs room for 75 names. All right, here's another box that has more stuff in it from Frank. Frank's mother made pipe cleaner Santa and ladies. The sunflower represents his disposition for always smiling and pleasant, even though he was in constant pain from arthritis. Oh, look at his mom made these. We'll have to find a way to maybe set them down on something where they can sit upright and like sit beside his. Now these are going to be too bulky to use, but these are some footballs. There's the sunflower. Oh, it's a magnet. And then there is, I don't know what this gold piece is for. $75 names. And what I'm thinking on the names, and I got to see how it plays out, because it's going to be a bit lumpy. Oh, these will be fun to use. I was thinking maybe I would, hey Donna, and Tammy, I was thinking maybe what I would do is make up some little cards on cardstock and then cut them out that, have maybe a picture of him faded in the background and have name. I think she wants name and email address. I need to check with her. And have them be able to pull it out and sign it and stick it back in so that they can write, I don't know. This W towel came from Frank's mother. So maybe something like that on the cover. I don't know. Please use these for my Celebration of Life book when things slow down. Oh my gosh, look at these. There's another one. I'm just Just a real silky hanky. Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty again. I know we won't use all of them, but there's a Christmas one. I probably won't put that one in. So there's some hankies. And then she's got some catalogs that she's got some catalogs in here. And she sent me a note about these. Can you use these catalogs for Celebration of Life books? Yes, and then I'll keep what's left over. I don't know that we want to put women in his Celebration of Life book. I don't see a lot in here that we could use, but you know what I could do is I could cut out like squares of different colors and patterns and do a collage page with the different colors. And this is poetry. It's another one with mostly women, but look at that as a pattern for collage. That would be cool. And then I have an Ethan Allen that she sent me. But I loved those books for, I think she's okay if I keep those. Oh, some more patterns. A caliper. Okay. Since you guys helped me make her book, I told her I would enlist you guys to help with this. Now, these will be cool on a page. What I was thinking, and I got to figure out size, what I was thinking is a book where, let me pull out, where's my Marguerite Miller journal? I was thinking of a book. There it is. A book where when you open it up, there would be like fun stuff on one side of the page, and then the right side of the page would be for signatures. And I could put a pocket down the side and tuck some signature cards in it. And if we did 5 to a page, then I would need what, 10? No, I would need 15 pages, which would be a decent sized book because it would be 15 of these pages and then 15 here. So for folios, I guess it would only be 7.5, 8 folios. So that's not bad. I don't think the integrity of the spine will break down over time. Can you use? Well, I don't think she meant, she's got a lot of other things that are more him. I think she was asking me, can you just use these? And I don't, and they're awful big. I don't think she meant to use them as the actual book. I think she meant, can I use them to take things out of them? Donna, I think the integrity of this one will break down over time. Yeah, because they're not sewn in. That's just glue. And as you break that down, plus because they're not sewn in, it's going to get bulky really fast. And see, it doesn't like to stay open as it is. Um, so I think what we'll do is take pieces out. And I like the idea of, making a collage page with some, I mean, like, just look at that texture. Taking little squares out and making a collage page. And I could even stitch the collage together, then put it down so it doesn't stitch through to the other side. So, anyway, so I think if we have, well, if I need, okay, I need 75 names. We could make it an even 100. I don't think that's a problem. And 5 is 15. I need 15 pages for signing. And there's 4 pages. Well, actually, there's only 2. So per folio, I would get, let me find the middle of this. I would get signing page and a signing page. So I'm going to get 2 pages per folio. And so I'm going to need 8 folios. And we could do 2 signatures with 4 each. Hey, Pam. Hi, Cheryl. Hey, Judy. Everybody's coming in. Okay, 8 folios is what it looks like I need. Now, size. I think, usually guest books are kind of long and narrow because you write out all your stuff. Like they would be this size. But then, but I think this is a bit big. Anybody have thoughts on what size we should make it? And I don't need to go this long way because I really think that I need to put cards in there, tuck them in for people to pull out and sign because it'll be too lumpy for them to sign on the signature pages. So I don't need it. It can be a regular size book. This one is a little over 6, but it's tall. 8 1/4 by 6 is what this one is. I was making snacks for the football games yesterday, and my knife was dull. And I asked my husband, I said, "Will you sharpen this knife? It's not cutting very well." He sharpened it, and I promptly cut my finger. You like this size? Well, we can do this size. What does everybody else think? I was thinking maybe just a little bit shorter, like almost square. We could do a square one. I am making the guest sign-in book for Maria. Remember, she sent me all the goodies, and her husband's celebration of life is coming up in April. And oh, hey, Big Mama, 5 by 7. and I have to get started on it. Okay, a 5x7 would be here. A 5x7 would be roughly this size. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm not going to do it horizontal because, Kelly, I just talked about that. The reason they run them horizontal is you want a long page for somebody to put their name and then an address or an email or something like that. Hey, Tammy, if I didn't say good morning to you. And I'm not going to do that because it's going to be a lumpy journal. I'm going to tuck in. I'm going to print up some nice little cards on cardstock that, are pretty and have information, lines for people to put stuff on. So I don't need to make it long like a traditional. And I will call Maria and run all this by her as well. I'm sure she'll be fine. Okay, that's a 5x7, which is kind of small. Now, both Kelly and Big Mama said keep it this size. What I worry about with this is being able to fill the whole pages. But I guess we have a lot of stuff. And we're doing 8 folios. All right, so you're thinking 8 1/4 by 6. Typically they're about 8 1/2 by 6. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do horizontal. Because yes, you're right. You limit your, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put a tuck spot on the right side of each page. And then I'm going to have cards tucked in there that they can take out, sign it, and then tuck it back in. All right. Well, let's just make it a, you have to remember that there will be gift cards from flowers, sympathy cards, things that need to be saved with it. Oh. Why are you out, Kelly? Or because you're going to sleep? I mean, I hope I'm listening to you. We're going to make it big. Well, and what I can also do is put some pockets over on these sides so she can stick stuff in there too. This side will be the guest signing, and then we can have some pockets for other types of cards, because you're right. Gift cards from flowers, sympathy cards, things that need to be saved with it. Yes. And I can also put a big pocket on the inside back cover. All right, so let's just go 8 1/2 by 6. See, I'm glad I'm talking to you guys because I would have made it smaller and then it probably would have been too small. I know if you're making a box like a shoe box. Oh yeah, and she makes nice boxes. Hang on, let me find the one that I got. I have one down here that she sent me. She sent me buttons in it. What did I do with it? I'm not seeing it, Mike. I must have put it away in anticipation of moving. So I'm not seeing it right here, but here. Huh, don't see it. But yeah, she makes really nice boxes out of the cereal boxes. It's gonna be a chipboard, probably. Well, cereal boxes aren't that heavy. You can get different thicknesses of chipboard. You could get a thinner chipboard, like something that's on the back of a notepad, you know, those legal pads. Yep, it's Judy, you and I are right on the same wavelength. Oh, tag board is used at school. Okay. All right. So I think that rather than make the cover, I don't want to stitch the folios in first or the signatures in first because I have no clue how lumpy bumpy this is going to get. And I don't want to be constrained. Hey, Queen Bee. Um, so I definitely want to do the signatures first. And I'm not going to get too wild with this and use like doilies as pages and things like that because we could use something like that. That would be cool. I'm going to stick to all, ooh, that's crunchy and cool. I'm going to stick to all, and I don't even know if I want to get this busy. Now there are some different colors here. This is like a gray. It's got lace on it. Do you think that would be okay for a man's celebration of life? Here's a green one. Here's a blue one. Let's see, I need 8 folios. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I could alternate. What do you guys think? Should I just use coffee dyed paper or is the lace okay? That file folder, we're going to have to do something with that. You don't think so? What? You don't think lace would be okay? You don't think these lace? Doily papers would be okay? Because I have no lace papers. Okay. Well, most of these are lace too. I may have to dye some more papers. So I've got 4. Oh, maybe I don't. I thought those were plain. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's a lace. Okay, so there's 1. Okay. No lace paper, she says. I would use old ledger paper can do that. And I also have, this one chart that she sent me. We could put that in there. What about using that for a page? I don't know about that. I'm not sold on this because it's kind of a negative thing. So yeah, let's see. What do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3. And I should have... Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. I've got a whole bunch of it. I've got a whole bunch. I thought I had more. All right. I want to not change the color too radically. There's one. There's one. There's one. Oh, look what I did here. I did kind of my own eco dyeing. Isn't that cool? But I didn't do it the way everybody does. I just laid stuff down, put it in coffee, and let it dry. I forgot about those pages. Those are cool. This is a basil. This is from my basil herb garden. Aren't those cool? Well, and that's what I was wondering, Big Mama. Should I use fancier paper since it is his celebration of life? 1, 2, because I'm just not positive that she would be all excited about that. Hang on, I have something over here. Hang on 1 second, ladies. Hey, let me show you something while I'm pulling out this paper. My husband bought a cane at the estate sale we recently went to, and the handle is metal, and it was all brass, but it was all dinged up. And look in my mind, well, my daddy didn't have a desk. I took some of this gold wax and I covered this. I'm going to spray it today to seal it. But isn't that cool? Hey, Luis. Isn't that just cool for a cane? He was so thrilled with the results. Because he worked at IBM, I've got this. This is fine business paper. And it's a really nice white. It's white, but I don't know that she's so into the grunge thing like we are. I mean, this is a woman who's, 80 some years old. Her husband was a corporate professional. I don't know. I just think that maybe this might be better. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about making a white and then letting some of the vintage stuff be vintage on top of the white? Well, see, and that's my point, Big Mama, is that I'll have to cut these down a little. If you're in your 80s, you probably, this new grunge thing that we're in is probably not as, oh my gosh, pouring rain. We're going to get some rain. Yeah, he was an IBM professional. He retired from IBM. And that's why I'm thinking, I know this isn't our favorite stuff to work with, but yes, corporate world back then, very professional. I mean, just look at his high school pictures. He's in a suit and tie. Hi, Susan. So I don't know if we make 4 folios of or 4 signatures of 2 folios each, or 2. I guess we can always decide that after we get them all decorated. Okay. Right. But I just get the sense that his life was more, I mean, he was into golf, and I just think he was a little more, and I know that's to represent the old pages. I get that. But is that what she would want in a, all right, so here are the folios. Now I need to cut them down to, I need to cut them down a little bit, because if we make the cover 8.5 by 6, then these pages are going to be right to the edge of the cover. So the side is fine because we've got a 1/2 inch there. So what if we make these 8 and we have a 1/4 inch at the top and a 1/4 inch at the bottom? There's 8. And there's 8. And 8. You know what? I have a thought. And 8. All right. I have a thought, and I might need to run upstairs and get my phone. What if we called Maria? Tell her she's on a live stream and we're working on her book, and have some questions. And we can ask her, do you want, white paper in it? Or do you want it to be kind of grungy and... I know. Isn't that true? Shirt and tie. I know. All right. Hang on. Let me go get my phone. I think I have her number in my phone. Hang on. I do have her in here. What do you guys think? Shall we call her and ask her some questions? All right, you guys, I'm going to give her a call. I hope I'm not waking her up. It's 9:18.
Hello.
Hi, Maria. This is Cheryl up in North Carolina.
Hey.
Hey, it's going well. I need to tell you, you are live on the internet right now. I'm on with my group of girls, and we're starting to work on your Celebration of Life book.
Okay.
And we have a few questions. But first, let me say Happy New Year to you. I hope you had a wonderful holiday.
I did.
Good.
I hope you too.
I did. It was busy, but it was really nice. So, and you're doing well?
Yes. A few things with like arthritis or something, but I'm going to PT. But
good. Good.
Emotionally, I'm doing good.
Good. I'm so happy to hear that. You know, I've decided I'll be 65 in August, and I've decided this getting old stuff is for the birds.
Oh, you bet.
All right. Well, listen, I've got 12 ladies and they can hear you. And
Okay.
we've started working on it, and we just had a couple of questions. One, usually when in our craft circles, we use a lot of old vintage stuff. And we will oftentimes take our paper and dye it with coffee to make it look old and grungy. I wasn't sure that that was appropriate for your book. I have some really nice white paper. It's made for writing business letters and things like that. It's a real nice quality paper. So I personally was thinking that the white paper would be more appropriate, but you tell me, do you want it to look old and rustic, or do you want it to look more fresh and polished?
I'll go with fresh and polished.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I wanted to ask. Now, the other question I have for you, if I use some of the bulkier items like the pins, for example, and I can cut the backs off of those, right, and make them flat.
Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Do whatever, and you don't even have to use them if But I just wanted somebody to have them that would eventually use them for something.
Okay. I want to use as much of that stuff as I can. But here's what I'm thinking. If I put the bulkier items in, it's going to make it hard to sign the book because you're going to be signing over.
Oh, yes, I see.
So I have a solution. So what I'm going to do, when you open a book, I'm going to have the right side of the page for the signatures. And what I'm going to do is put down the edge a tuck spot, like either some fabric, one of those gator flannel things that you sent me, something down the right side. And then I'm going to print up some cards that have room for them to sign and tuck them in that spot. So when they go to sign, they can pull out a card, set it on the table and write on it, and then stick it back in.
Yes, that would be good.
Okay.
That would be good.
Now, what do you want them to provide as far as information?
Okay, just there maybe their signature.
Okay.
Or name. And but I have I sent them all invites, so I've got all of their info as far as maybe their email.
I think that's what you told me before, name and email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just I'll print up some cards, and then those and I can take one of the pictures of him and fade it and like have it in the background of the cards, or something like that.
Okay. Sounds great.
And then my next question is, one of our ladies had a really good idea for us to consider, is that even though you said you wanted 75 names, you will also get things like cards on flowers, maybe some actual cards. It may not be big enough for all the actual cards, but you may want to put some other things in this book. So I'm going to include some additional pockets where you can stick stuff down in there. So
oh, great.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was thinking of I haven't done it yet, but ordered some cards where I don't know exactly what wording, but something like a one or two sentence, what do you remember about Frank? That you.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to print those up?
That would be great.
We can put those in there.
Do that. And if they wanted to, like one lady called me and said when he first came, when he was a senior in high school, she worked at a bakery and she always remembered what he liked to buy, and how pleasant he was, that kind of thing. Just a little memory of what you remember him by.
So I can do it all on one card. I can make the cards a little bit bigger. I can have name, email, and then share your memories of Frank.
Oh, super.
Okay.
That would be wonderful.
Okay. We have one of our members. Her name is Queen Bee. She says, Cheryl, can you tell Maria I said my condolences?
Oh, thank you, Queen.
And then Donna, who sent you that journal, she said, yes, please offer condolences from the group. So the whole group sends their condolences. We even have a gentleman in the group, and we love him dearly. His name is Mike, and he's over in the UK. He's over in England.
Oh, yes.
He does a lot of woodworking, and he gets ideas from us. So we've got a wide and varied group. Some in Canada, but mostly U.S. So I can cut up and use anything I need to, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now,
and Cheryl, I'm going through a lot of pictures that I inherited from his family that I have no idea who they are, at different sizes and stuff. Do you want any of them?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'll save them up then and mail them to you in the next couple of weeks, if you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whenever. I'm not. Yeah, because we use older, vintage pictures in our journals and all kinds of stuff. And I think what I'm going to, so there was one other question I had for you. So you want room for 75 names, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this book is going to be about 30. Well, I'm making 8 folios, which is 1 page folded in half. So it'll be like 32 pages.
Okay.
Is about how big it'll be. and we'll put lots of pictures of Frank and the pins and all kinds of stuff between the IBM. Now, the catalogs that you sent,
Yes.
most of those, Mimi says, "You sound so sweet." She sends her
Oh,
condolences and says she's sending prayers for you.
oh,
Um,
thank you.
I have the most wonderful group of women, Mimi. My group is just so amazing. Um, so
Those catalogs, I just didn't know it was sort of the size of the one that you sent me before, and I didn't know if you wanted to reuse them for whatever, or
well,
it doesn't
okay,
matter.
because they're mostly ladies in there, and I thought, well, we probably shouldn't put lady pictures of ladies in Frank's celebration of
No, no, no.
life. But what I was thinking is that there's some amazing textures in like the backgrounds and stuff. And I was
Yes,
thinking of
yes.
cutting out little squares and then sewing them together like a quilt and making that the background of one of the pages.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
then I could put a picture of Frank over the top of it or something. So I think I'll be able to use some of the textures out of there, but I was pretty sure you didn't want
No,
the
no.
lady.
Yes.
Now, the other thing I was going to ask you, that page where you tracked his blood pressure,
Yes.
I do you want that in there?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I was just thinking it was, I don't know, that it might bring sad feelings, or if you're celebrating life, do we really want to focus on the medical issues? You know what I'm saying?
Right. He had a lot of medical
I
issues,
know.
so
I
yeah.
know. Well, let me
Okay. No,
see.
no. I was just sending stuff that, we dealt with every
Yeah,
day, you
I
might
hear you.
say. Yeah.
I hear you. And then these hankies are really nice. We'll definitely use some of these.
Oh,
And
good.
yeah. So
A,
I
a
think that's
friend of
all.
mine sent me those that were from her mother.
Oh,
Wasn't that
okay.
sweet? Yeah.
So, ladies in chat, do you have any other questions? Because you're going to be helping me put this together. Let me see if they put in any other questions.
Okay.
I love to work with my team because they come up with ideas I didn't even think of. And
Yes, I
and
know.
then we come up with some amazing things. um so this phone number, do you get text messages on this number?
No,
Okay.
no, this is my home phone.
Oh,
I
okay.
I have a cell phone if
Do
if
you
you want it.
Well, here's the only thing I was thinking. If Do you want to see pictures as it's going along, or do you just want to be surprised?
Just surprise me.
Okay. Okay. And if I have more questions, I'll give you a call, and if we come up with other questions along the way.
Okay, super.
Oh, I
Well,
have one. Did
yeah.
did you guys have pets at all?
Oh yes, I have one now that I'm dealing. I have to go to see the surgeon today with him.
Okay.
I've had we had a German Shepherd for about 10 years, and I've had 6 Pomeranians since.
So I don't have any pictures of Frank with
With the
pets.
dog, I'm very bad on pictures, but I have lots of pictures of just the dog.
Well,
Uh,
if you want to send me one of those, when
okay,
you send the other pictures, I'll put it in there. Now, the other
okay.
last question, I have a book here, Frank and Cress, your wedding anniversary.
Uh huh.
Do you need this back? This is a.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I can photocopy the pictures to
Oh,
use
I see.
and then send you the actual book back.
Okay. let's do that then.
Okay.
One of my friends did that for us. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I think on some of the original, like the big picture of Frank is too big for the journal, so I'm going to copy
Okay.
it, but I'll shrink it down a little bit.
Shrink it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I
Super.
can send you back the originals.
Okay. All right.
His
Okay.
job, so one of my ladies, we call her Big Mama. Um and she's a delight. She said I missed what his job was. So he worked at IBM. What did he do at IBM?
A salesman.
Okay, he was in sales at IBM.
Hmm.
All right. Anybody else have questions? And he work there his entire career? I know he retired from there.
Yes.
Wow.
They 30 um 30 years they gave him. He had enough vacation accumulated that they gave him, I think it was 3 years. So
Wow.
it was really 27 years, but they gave him credit. He could retire with 30.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then he went to work with another company, but they only sold IBM equipment. So he
Oh.
worked another 10 years doing that.
Wow. He was a go-getter, wasn't he?
Yes, yes. He loved his job,
Yep.
which is so good because he every day. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, Miss Maria, I will not keep you any longer. Thank you so much. We were working on and we were really struggling with the paper thing. And I just, in my heart of hearts, I felt like the nice, bright white paper was going to be the best. And I'm glad I asked. So we get you, yeah, that would be cool. She was saying, one of the ladies says IBM letterhead would be cool in the book. I might be able to print some off.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we'll work on it as a group. We're just starting today. It'll probably take us this week and next week to get it finished up, but I want to make sure we get it done in plenty of time because the celebration for life is in April, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
April 13th. Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I was hoping you didn't think that I had forgotten about you. I just wanted to get
Oh,
through the.
no. I knew you'd be very busy over the holidays.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're
no
starting on
problem.
it now.
Okay. All right. Super.
All right.
All right, Cheryl.
Talk to you
Thank you.
later.
And my love to everybody.
All right. Well, they can hear you, and I know they're going to say love back. Yes, we talked about that, Donna. We talked about pets. Um,
And I will send you some pictures then of, I may have some blurry ones of our very first dog. But I have a lot of little Pomeranian ones.
oh, okay. Yeah, just something to show the pets in there. That might be nice.
Okay. Super, super.
All right.
All right, Cheryl.
Talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah, Donna, wasn't she delightful? She is just the sweetest lady in the entire world. Um, I just love her. Yeah, they had dogs. She's going to send some pictures. I know. I love her too. And so I've got all these pictures in this book for their 50th wedding anniversary. That's Frank and Maria. There's a smaller picture of that in here. I don't know who these other people are. I'm not going to put them in, but here's a smaller one of this that I can, shrink down a little, crop it, and yeah, well, there's her right there. That's Maria. Now, I don't know how long ago that was. She doesn't look 80 in that picture. There she is again. So I'll put some of these in there, to show his wife. There she is there. There she is. That's a pretty picture of her. No, it's for her husband. He passed away last year, but she wanted to. Oh, look at them cutting the cake. Shrink that down a little. That'll make a beautiful embellishment for a page. He passed away last year, but she is doing his celebration of life in April. And she asked me, she wanted to pay me to do it. And I said, no, no, no. For all the stuff you sent me, you're not paying me to do this book. She wanted me to make a celebration of life book for him and have it be, where people can sign, and leave their memories of Frank. And I told her absolutely, I would be thrilled and that I would work with the group to do it. Yeah, it's her husband's. I know. I get the sense with her that she is well loved by everybody. I can't imagine anybody has ever had an unkind word to say about her. I don't know who these people are, if this is like son or daughter and their spouse, because they appear regularly throughout the book. I should have asked her. Um, um, yeah, this memory book, yes, this was really sweet. But I'm going to copy the pictures rather than use the original, so I can send that book back to her. All right. We have got, now there is one. She got a chuckle out of that when I said I didn't want to use the pictures of the ladies in there. Now see, like this, so he played golf. And we can do something like this and then put a picture of him on the inside, and then I can close it like with magnets. That would be cool. I don't know. Yeah, celebration of life, I think, in the US is not uncommon. Hang on, I was looking for that page where here it is. I would love to put her handwriting in there, but it's just not formatted right to go in the journal. So I thought I would type this up. His name, when he was born, when he died, and maybe we could use that on the very first page of the signature with a picture of him. If I type this up, what do you guys think about that? Well, there you go. You can start something new, Mike. Okay, so for this, I want to type this up in a really nice font. And I may type it up or print it on some different color cardstock so it, I can put a frame around it. I can do lots of stuff with it. So I got to type this up. Now, what do you guys think about? Okay, these can go on a page with a pocket, I think. Oh, scan it and shrink the writing. I wonder if you'd be able, I'll try that. I don't know if you'd be able to read it if it was smaller. Oh, he died April 13th. So she's doing it on the 1 year anniversary of his passing. He had a brain bleed after a fall on April 7th, a craniotomy. Surgeon was unable to stop the bleed. He passed away in hospice. Oh, career salesman, IBM 30 years. It says salesman right here, and I asked her. Yeah, let me try shrinking that down. Yeah. Start something. So we can use that. There isn't much else in this. And then I like the idea of making one page have a quilted. I can, but here's what I'm thinking, Mimi. Tell me what you think. I want to have it out so people, because, you know, when you're lined up to come in and sign a book, you don't. I don't know. I don't know if people would pull it out and read it if it wasn't just right there on the front. We'll see. And what do you ladies think about this? I don't want to use this. I know he had a lot of surgeries and he had a lot of health issues, but if I just saw this, if this were just in a journal, I wouldn't know what it was. Ooh, he went up high there. I don't know. I wouldn't know what it was, and the colors don't really match, and I don't know. I just don't want to use that. What do you guys think? The pictures, definitely. It's a chart. She had to chart his blood pressure. And one of the many charts. He took his blood pressure twice daily. So it's a blood pressure chart. And oh. Oh, okay. Just tuck it in so she has it. Okay. Oh, she is. And she is a sweetheart. But see, I think if we use these and maybe we do it consistently, because I think I've got enough of them. Use these for the pockets to put the cards in. We could tuck the cards in there. And they're all a little bit different. Some are longer, some are shorter. Some the gators is in the middle, some it's not. But I think that would be. Okay. Thanks, Pam. We're almost done. We're at an hour and 13, so we've only got about 15 minutes left. What do you think about using those to tuck the cards in? Bye, Cheryl. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Donna. I think sewing around them would be great because, yeah, they are losing some. But do you guys like that idea? That there's like one of these on each little page? And then I like this idea of using this as a closure. What do you guys think? We could put this kind of hanging off a little bit. And then wrap this around, glue it down. I'd cut it, so we only had one. But have it come around and hook on the other side. Actually, that needs to go that way. Yeah, I like that too. That's his alumni. All right, so we'll use this for the, oh, keep banging that camera. I need to raise it higher, but then you guys can't see it. So, okay, so this is going to be the closure. This I'm going to put magnets on this to keep it closed, and we'll just put a picture of Frank in the middle, and that'll be a page there. We're not going to use this. There's the bio. You love tassels, don't you? Okay, this is actually pretty flat. I can sand it down a little bit, and we can put that in there. In fact, I might even be able to make it a dangle on the spine. We'll see about that. And then here's his 30-year pin and some more little pictures. We'll use those. Look at this, Frank Adams. And then what I can do is type a little banner to go up here that says, you know, senior year 1959. This, I think this would be cool on the cover. If I can get rid of, I forgot to ask her about that. Man, there's just something blue all over, and I can't get it off. I might be able to do some touch up and get rid of that. Take me a long time, but I might be able to do it, because wouldn't that be cool on the front? That one we can cut down and put in there. We could use this as a pocket, or we could put it in a pocket. Central Bank of Bahamas. Whoops. Oh, that might. If I cut it down just a little bit, that would actually fit across as a pocket. Or we could do this side. We can decide, okay, so that we're going to use, that we're going to use. Here's another picture. It doesn't have as much blue on it. I don't know what that blue is from. I'm pretty good with Photoshop. So, well, actually I use GIMP, but I can do that. Again, just sort of shrink that down a little. She sent me this mat. This I'll have to take a picture of and take out the blue, if I can use that. And then some Big Daddy is going to try the drive again. Pray for his safety. Oh, yes. Or we could put that on the front since the other one didn't work. Has blue on it. What about that for the front cover? What about that for the front cover? What do you guys think? All right, you guys, it's 1:19. I'm going to go ahead and call it. So here's some stuff we have to work with. We will start tomorrow working on it. And Donna, when we finish this, we will work on finishing your. I know. I think that this one is, I think I just need to reduce it down a little. That is absolutely perfect for the cover. He was 2 or 3 years old there. And then I could make up a really nice thing that says, Frank, whatever his full name was, his birth date and then his passing date. I could put that on the front. I could even put like a label, a book plate. All right. Oh, I am, Donna. I am. I'm not even going to try to make the cover. I was just thinking this would be a beautiful picture for the cover. All right. I'm going to end this here. Thank you all for helping me with this. And if you haven't already, please give a thumbs up. And I will see you tomorrow, and we'll actually get started on some of these folios. Bye.